We are trying to make the perfect cookie. We have some criteria we need to hit. It needs to be sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and have some umami or savory aspect to it. Not only that, we're also trying to get as many textures as possible, with it being chewy and soft and crunchy, and creamy, really trying to get as much flavor, as much texture as we possibly can. Let's get started. Now, the very first thing I'm going to do is melt some butter. Some recipes want softened butter, but it looks like having it be melted butter will give me the texture that I'm looking for. Be careful when you're melting butter. I just put a paper towel over the top of it. If you go for too long, it will just explode and go everywhere in your microwave. It is barely melted. That is okay. Playing it safe. We're also not making a full batch of cookies. We're going to try and make them more crumble cookie size, so big cookies. We are going to start with 1/4 cup brown sugar, 2 tablespoons granulated sugar, our butter. Butter isn't fully done. It's very close though. Oh. So I did 15. There was like 1/4 of it left. So I did 10. With about 2 seconds left, it exploded. Here's one disappointing thing. It's not even fully melted. There's still a chunk in here. I also don't know how much I lost. The paper towel I did have in there was fully soaked though. Okay, microwave is clean. We're gonna try again with some other butter. I just don't think this is enough. My guess is that's about half of what we need. I'm still going to use that. I'll actually add that in there. Attempt number 2. 10 seconds. You ever tell someone to be careful and then just have that thing happen to you? We're doing 10-second intervals this time. Round 1 done. Round 2 done. It is barely going. So this is after 30 seconds. Last time it was 15, and then 8 seconds and it exploded. Still a decent amount. I'm not gonna put it back in. We'll call that. Now, we have our butter, brown sugar, granulated sugar. Let's mix this for a bit. I think this bowl is actually too big. Yeah, it's too big to do the electric mixing. So I'll just do this for now. And then once we get more stuff added, then we'll be good to do the electric. Now we get to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and just the egg yolk. So I've got a bowl right here. For all the egg white to go. Just reusing my butter bowl. There we go. Now let's mix in our egg yolk and our vanilla. Now we add in our flour. We're going half a cup of flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which I don't have a great way of measuring out a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Doesn't look like much. I was hoping to make 2 cookies about that big. It would be a layer of cookie, have a filling, and then the rest of it to cover it. This really looks like it would only get 1. I think I'm gonna stick with this and just kind of see what happens. I'm gonna add in some chocolate chips. These are mini, so those will just kind of go right in there. Okay, there's our cookie dough right there. I'm now preheating the oven because I'm gonna put this into the freezer for about 10 minutes. Why am I putting this in the freezer? Because I've seen this done with other cookies, especially gluten-free ones, giving some time to chill so that they can kind of keep their shape a little bit better. Now that we've got a few minutes, let me tell you exactly what cookie I'm doing. So clearly you saw chocolate chip cookie with the actual cookie dough. That gets the sweet, gets a little bit of the salty because I put salt in it. It's got the sugar for the sweet, it's got vanilla as well. For the savory or umami, I am going to be putting some peanut butter. That's going to be our filling in the middle of the cookie. So I'll do cookie, thin cookie, peanut butter, and then seal it with cookie on top. And then I'm also going to add crushed up pretzels on top of the cookie to add more saltiness to it. And for the sour, I'm going to be doing a bit of like a lemon drizzle icing on top. And that has the bitterness and sour with lemon juice and lemon zest going into that. If you ever had Snyder's pretzels that are gluten-free, they are extremely crunchy. And I've kind of been debating if I should put these on the cookie after they're out of the oven or as they go in, because I don't know what them being baked with the cookie are going to do to it. Got our cookie out of the freezer. Now we need to form it into 2 separate cookies. I actually think I might be able to do the 2 cookie thing. Split this into 2. Now we want to make it more of a disc. So that I can have that filling on top of it. Now definitely not as big as I was originally thinking that it would end up being. Still much bigger than average cookie though. Cookie number 2. Now we are ready for our peanut butter filling. Now we've got this cookie to go on top. This one might be a little more difficult because I was using the parchment to make the bottom cookie bigger. Okay. Try and scoop this guy up. Put you on top. And now we form the edges together. I'm actually having pretty high hopes for that. That's looking pretty good. This one I'm less confident about. And back to being confident again. Okay, seal this one. Cookies are formed, sealed. Oh, I need pretzels. Yep. I'm kind of worried about breaking the outer layer. I think that's good for that one. Into the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. While we wait for the cookies, let's start our lemon icing drizzle that we'll be doing. First thing, we've got 1 cup of powdered sugar. And then we will juice this and zest this. Let me add some zest in here real quick. I'm going to be extremely unsafe with how I cut this. Don't cut the way that I am right now. Okay, and then we'll just juice this right now. This catches all the seeds from going through. This is the bigger side, so we should get a lot more from this. There we go. We've got about just under 1/4 a cup here. Lemon juice, powdered sugar, lemon zest in here. I'm gonna mix it up until the powdered sugar melts down. Pretty much if any liquid touches powdered sugar, it melts. So we pretty much there. And now I'm gonna put it in a little bottle here to make it easier to do a drizzle. There's our 10 minutes. Let's see how our cookies are doing. I was worried about the size. They have expanded. Not quite ready. I'll do another 3 minutes. And that's our lemon drizzle. I'll let it drain through the funnel. I'm excited to see what our cookies end up looking like. Cookies are done. They've definitely gotten bigger. This one I can start to see the peanut butter through it. That one I can't, but it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna put it on a wire rack here to cool off. Hopefully I don't mess up the cookies. There we go. Pretzels look the same. They didn't really sink into the cookie at all. I kind of thought they would. But I think we wait 10 minutes. Then put the drizzle on top and give it a taste. 10 minutes is up. I actually moved one of the cookies to the fridge because I'm saving it for later. Now, let's go ahead and get our drizzle on here. And here is our cookie. Now all we need to do is give this a try. We've got sweet, salty, sour, bitter, savory, umami. And there we go. Got some peanut butter, pretzel. Let's give it a try. I think it's an 8 out of 10. Everything about it is really good. I think getting sour and bitter in there took away from it. Without the lemon drizzle, I think it would be better. So I haven't put that on the other cookies, so maybe later that one tastes slightly better, but definitely hit all the textures I was going for. Creaminess from the peanut butter, crunchiness from the pretzel, a nice chewy softness from the cookie. Yeah, I think texture, 10 out of 10, taste, 8 out of 10. Let me know what else I should try.